Birth of Isaac. The Lord visited Sarah, as he had said, and the Lord did to Sarah as he had spoken. And Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age, at the time that God had told her. And Abraham called the name of his son who was born to him, whom Sarah bore to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his 8-day-old son Isaac, as God had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born. 6 Then Sarah said, God has made me laugh, and whoever hears it will laugh with me. And he added, who would tell Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? I have given him a son in his old age. Hagar and Ishmael are thrown out of Abraham's house. And the child grew, and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw that the son of Hagar the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, was mocking her son Isaac. Therefore she said to Abraham, cast out this maidservant and her son, for the son of this maidservant shall not inherit with Isaac my son. This saying seemed very serious to Abraham because of his son. Then God said to Abraham, do not consider it serious because of the boy and your maidservant. In everything that Sarah says to you, listen to her voice, for in Isaac your descendants will be called. And also of the son of the handmaid I will make a nation, because he is your descendant. Then Abraham rose early in the morning, and took bread, and a skin of water, and gave it to Hagar, putting it on her shoulder, and gave the boy to her, and sent her away. And she went out and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water in the skin ran out, and he threw the boy under a bush. And he went and sat opposite, a bowshot's distance away, because he said, I will not see when the boy dies. And when she sat down opposite, the boy raised his voice and cried. And God heard the voice of the boy, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven, and said unto her, What hast thou, Hagar? Do not worry, because God has heard the voice of the boy where he is. Arise, lift up the boy, and hold him in your hand, for I will make him a great nation. Then God opened his eyes, and he saw a fountain of water, and he went and filled the skin with water, and gave the boy a drink. And God was with the boy, and he grew up, and dwelt in the wilderness, and was a bowman. And he lived in the desert of Paran, and his mother took him a wife from the land of Egypt. Covenant between Abraham and Abimelech. It came to pass at that same time that Abimelech, and Phicol, prince of his army, spoke to Abraham, saying, God is with you in all that you do. Now therefore, swear to me here by God, that you will not fail me, nor my son, nor my grandson, but according to the goodness that I did to you, you will do to me, and to the land where you have lived. And Abraham said, I will swear. And Abraham rebuked Abimelech because of a well of water, which Abimelech's servants had taken from him. And Abimelech said, I do not know who did this, nor did you tell me, nor have I heard of it to this day. And Abraham took sheep and herds, and gave them to Abimelech, and they both made a pact. Then Abraham set 7 ewe lambs from the flock aside. And Abimelech said to Abraham, What do these 7 lambs mean, which you have set aside? And he said, Thou shalt take these 7 ewe lambs at my hand, that they may be a testimony unto me that I dug this well. For this reason he called that place Beersheba, because there they both swore. Thus they made a covenant in Beersheba, and Abimelech arose, and Phicol prince of his army, and they returned to the land of the Philistines. And Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba, and called there on the name of the everlasting God. And Abraham dwelt in the land of the Philistines many days.